Yes, we are live now. Please start.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello, guys. Good evening. So my name is Muhammad Aziz, and today our topic is like traditional and modern QA process, which we are following in the current IT industry. Okay. So what is the traditional and modern QA process? We will explain, as well as what tools, technology, and what like automation technology we have followed current. We will discuss and we will explain. Okay. So this is my topic name. Next. So actually, I am a senior software QA engineer in Ancora, and I have total 9 years of experience in manual testing, as well as like I'm working on the different tools which is related to the performance and load testing tool, as well as I have performance in e-commerce. I have experience in e-commerce domain, as well as mobile testing and like website testing. So this is basically I have different types of experience on domains, as well as manual and automation tool. Okay, so this is my expertise. So today, agenda, like the first thing is what is the traditional process, QA process. The second thing is traditional process is a like we are mostly QA team has followed that, right? For example, traditional is like one type of like day-to-day activity we have followed. For example, in our company, we have get some project, okay, and we get the requirement. For that time, like what process we follow that? Once like requirement completely gather from the QA side, they will start the test cases, and step by step they will for execute this testing process. Means once our one phase will be completed, like from the development side, for particular sprint, then we will move on the second sprint, and then we will start the test cases and then development. So means it in between, suppose anything is changes happening in our like in our like testing process, it would be difficult for us like to manage it. Okay, so that is the main traditional QA process we will facing the right now. That's why we are using the modern QA process right now. Modern and QA process both are same. Modern, like we are following the agile process. Okay, agile process, what happened, how to use that, how to working that, everything we will discuss in for today's agenda. Like what is the QA process, how understanding for the fresher QA as well as experienced QA, what process and challenges we are facing right now, and what technologies and tools we are using. Everything we will discuss today. So this is for our today's agenda. We will discuss one by one. Okay. The first point is the traditional QA process, and a very important thing, traditional QA process. What is like we already update you. Traditional QA process is the one type of step by step. Like we will explain. For example, I will already explain you. You get the requirement, and then you prepare the test cases. We will explain. We will execute the test cases one by one. And if like your client requirement is completely fixed, okay, you in between there is no changes. Like, and also client will connect you early phase. This is the traditional QA process. Means, for example, in between, suppose the client requirement would be changed, there is not like we cannot update the test cases, we cannot update the anything else in our testing process. That time we will change the our process section. This is the modern QA process, which is a agile QA process. That's the main important thing. That's why here mentioned that like driving a faster pace of delivery to support continuous delivery is a very important. Why we are using the modern QA process is the main thing. We need to deliver the product fastly with the client. And for the traditional QA process, we send the quality product, but on the modern process, we get the quality product with fastest delivery. That is the main difference between traditional and modern QA process. Okay. The next point is why it's late. You know that like we are mainly 40 to 30% budget are depend on the QA side. Okay. So if your product quality would not good, definitely we will lose our client as well as we will lose our product. For example, in our company, we are selecting any particular product. Okay. And that time, what you will do, if you like start your test cases and like execute the test cases, and for example, if you miss any requirement, okay, if you miss any scenario, so that time like it is very difficult to manage like our product quality. Okay, let me give one example. For example, if we are go to the e-commerce domain, okay, and e-commerce domain is a very important for right now because most probably customer are visiting the website and they will purchase the any of the product through the website. Okay, so for example, in payment section, there is some scenario we are missing. For example, we are missing the some payment section scenario, and that time, like if client facing the issue, like the place order is not working or anything is happening in issue in our side, like like we are miss the our client as well as we are miss the product quality. So the why it is there, the first point is software development delivery process is a very important, as well as it consumes 30 to 40% to the application budget. I already explained you why it is important for us, because if depend on the development, same as a QA side, because we start the test cases preparation, everything. So that's why the 40% that we have budget of the application side. Next, it focuses on optimizing from the real goal and optimize a broader user experience. This is a very important. This 4 to 5 point is very important for us. Why it is there? Because if your product quality is less, or maybe your product quality is poor, then that is means your product is not as expected your client. As earlier said, like if your e-commerce and if your place order is not working, it's a very important part for any of the customer. So that's why we didn't use the traditional QA process. Why? We are step one by one step follow the process. Like sprint one, you have complete the sum of the module, home page and listing page. For example, any mobile application, transformation application, anything, you have defined the some module. So as a QA, we are working on the that part of module, not all the modules. All the modules means on that time you are focusing on the particular phase. If first sprint or any sprint are completed, then you are moving on the second phase. And right now it is none of the client are available for like they have more time. They need to good quality as well as on time and faster delivery. This is the very important. So that's why we are using the modern QA process, not the traditional QA process. Okay. Now we are moving on the next topic. Okay. What is modern QA process? I have already explained you modern QA process. We will like it is a iterative approach. But iterative approach means like we will follow the some agile methodology. It's a best example for the modern QA process. Agile methodology, we will get the requirement in between. Suppose clients some changes from the requirement side, as well as they are like some add new requirement or any new top points. So they will definitely add it, and at that time, like our development and management team can easily get the detail and we can follow the this module on particular sprint, and then we can execute it. This is the modern QA process. What is modern QA process? I already explained, like it's a series of processing, including the best practices, best practice, as well as is a good quality product with the on time. This is the main modern QA process scenario. Okay, as well as the main and core function is development and delivery of software on time. This is the modern QA process. Next, why it is required? Okay, because we already use traditional QA process. Why our QA can move one process to another process? We are already move on already AI like automation testing. There are many tools in our market. Okay, so if we are using the traditional QA process and if you are not moving any new process which already available in market, definitely it will be difficulty to our project as well as it will be difficulty to our product to manage and good product quality. Like if we are following the traditional, that time like we are working day-to-day activities same as it is. It means like we are not improving our process as well as we are not improving our product quality. So why it is required? The first thing is the technology and perform devices. We are using automation tools for the required skills, as well as we are using the CI/CD is a very important continuous integration and development. And most probably developer are using what CI/CD. They are continuously whatever they implemented, they will execute it. This is the CI/CD is a very important for. That's why it is required. Right now, SaaS service is also important. Cloud computing. Okay, you also knowledge about some cloud computing and SaaS services. This is the required portion for the modern QA process. Mobility solution and the IoT. Right now, the main thing is the IoT is very important for any of the technology. Most like any of the product, if you are access, like for example, if you access your car, any feature, that time the IoT will be supporting. is the machine learning. We can use that. So at least you should update your profile as well. You should go to the new technical idea. Otherwise, if you're focusing on the traditional QA process, it will not accept these new features and like tools. So the next point is AI is also important for the modern QA process. So that's why the modern QA process is required and why the traditional QA process is not required. We have already updated. Okay. The next thing is the first thing is what we are preparing and achieving to good QA process. Okay, means a modern testing QA process. The first point is plan the testing and QA process. This type of document we are prepare for the any of the QA process. Someone definitely have some doubt in mind, like why we are miss this all different types of document we already in traditional QA process. So why here it is defined? Because of the every documentation we already, like in modern QA process, we follow the agile. So if any test case change is required, if any test plan have changed, we can update it. This is the modern. But if you are more on the traditional, we have prepared the same documentation, but it will be fixed. It will not change easily. Okay, this is the first point. The first point is test policy. Whatever we implemented in our project, we will define the test policy documentation. This is the first documentation we have prepared that. The second is quality management plan, test strategy, what test strategy we follow there. Everything we will update and cover in our documentation, as well as test plan is a main important part for any of the software testing plan. Test plan we can cover like what module, what component we will cover, like what devices we will cover, what browser we will cover, what requirement we will cover, what requirement we will miss there. Everything we will execute and explain in our test plan documentation. Okay, and the next is the important part is the test cases. Okay, every manual QA can prepare the test cases, and test cases we can understand about like how to prepare the test cases. And you already know that like before test cases start, you first of all understanding about the project requirement. Okay, without requirement you can't prepare the test cases. If you prepare the test cases, definitely we will lose our client because if we miss something scenario or anything, we will not achieve this. This is the first test case. Test case we can get like what expected result, what actual result, everything we will explain in the test case. So this is the first plan of the testing and the QA process. We will prepare the each and test documentation. Apart from this, other documentation are available, but I didn't add it because of less time, because acceptance criteria is a very important documentation. There are more and more documentation are available, which we will prepare of the starting of the modern QA process. Okay. Next. The next point is test-oriented software development management. We already know that like if we are planning, like we are moving on, we are preparing our script on the automated script. Okay, that time we are should aware about like what framework, which technology and which tools we are using. This is the main thing. So this time we are test-driven development and pair programming. Pair programming is a one type of like single or multiple. Multiple programmer can execute the same program. Is a pair programming. And right now, none of the company are using the pair programming because of like if same project can working together means in the same PC, same system. It is very difficult to work because one is a like expert developer and one is a fresher developer. It is not easy to fresher developer to learn the expert developer coding and to manage it. So we are not using pair programming, but yeah, we can use the test-driven development for the test-oriented software management program. Okay. The next is a shift left approach, start testing early and often. The next thing is right now, most probably some of the QA can perform the early testing. When we requirement gathering, that time as per our technical skill and domain skill, we will review the requirement, and based on requirement, we will do the early testing. Early testing, it will easy to any of the QA can found the difficulty on the later. Later means like we cannot found a major or critical work on the future. Means we can easily get the early time. Like for example, if you get the UI, if your designer has complete the design, and that time like as a QA, you can check the design, like any new module we have added in our design, which is not part of the requirement. That time we will get the bugs, whatever the, and we will remove it, any of the features on the UI phase. So this is the early phase is very important for the any of the QA. Technical review, we are using informal review, like how to follow the review, like documentation, like whatever the prepare the documentation, like test plan or whatever, and your project manager and like anything else, like they can review your technical documentation, what you have prepared. That means we didn't miss anything from our end. Means one can prepare that and one can peer to review that. So means we didn't miss any of the technical point out as per the requirement. So this is the fourth point. Okay. Ensure suitable work environment for the QA team. Modern QA process, each and every developer as well as like QA can work together. How? Like, for example, if we get the requirement and that time you prepare the test case. And as earlier discussed, like whatever the requirement change or whatever point we are changing, that time like developer and QA can work together and we can the build day to day or maybe weekly basis. We cannot wait for the 1 month or 2 months for the, because this is the modern, this is not a traditional QA process. This is the modern QA process. So we can work with the developer, and if any difficulty found, we can work with them. And definitely, if any blocker or critical issue found, we will ask them, we will fix them, and we can launch the client to the build with quality product, right? So this is the very important point, suitable work environment for QA team. Implement user acceptance testing. Most probably UAT testing is a very important part to implement how to do that, because whenever we will complete the build and when we send the build to particular our team, like that time user acceptance testing, you can test as a user acceptance, not a like you don't have any idea. So this UAT testing most probably by the third party or maybe like who is the not knowledge about the system. This is the UAT testing. Okay, this is the important part, automated test. Okay, optimize the use of, like we are in modern QA and we are working on IoT, then the AI, then many more tools are available and technologies are available. For example, Selenium, then like Catalan, and there are different types of tools and technology. So that time we are optimization, any of the automation tool, we can get it and we can use it in our project to automate it. If we are using automated, definitely we will reduce our rework. Okay, we will execute as a segregation one time. For example, if we create one framework and we can create the script, and that script would be executed once. Means if any changes, that time we are changing some of the code part, automation, and then we will execute again. So this is a very important for the optimize the use of automated test. Then exploratory and ad hoc testing. Ad hoc testing, ad hoc testing is one type of if any new user are available in your website, they don't know requirement, they don't know, they can perform anything. Okay, and that time we can definitely found the issue. So we can use the ad hoc testing, exploratory testing. We can explore more idea about your website, and this is sometimes can do by client or maybe clients colleagues or anyway who is the not about the idea about the requirement. So they will review our website or mobile application. They will explore our more idea, like we will do this part of this, explore that. So this is the exploratory and ad hoc testing is a very important part for the modern QA process. Okay. And code quality measurement, this is the part of the automation. Okay. If you prepare the automation script, definitely your automation code should be simple and easy and understandable. Means if you are go outside, then there's any new QA can enter in your project. That time your modern QA can be executable and easy to understandable. And the last point is reports bug effectively. Okay. Report bugs effectively means if you found any issue, like for example, in a critical or blocker issue or anything issue, that time your bugs should be clean and clear, like easily understandable. You can mention title properly, you can mention description properly, as well as you can mention the URL, screenshot, and attach video, then description, actual result, accepted result, everything you can mention them. As well as you can mention the priority. What is the bug priority? Severity, if you have available severity, you can mention that. What is the priority? Severity is a very different part. If you explain, it will go in detail. So I will explain in small way. Bugs should be clean and clear. So every developer and like client can understand your bugs easily. This is the last point. next point. Modern QA process, we already discussed that we will development iteratively and we can manage the project iteratively. Means we can execute our project for particular phase, then we will launch to client, then our management can execute our particular project and send to the client. So this is the one type of modern QA process. You can see here different parts of available, like what we can get it, what points we will cover on the modern QA process. The first point is quality assurance. Quality assurance like can do some of the understandable, means if any of the manual QA can like achieve his any of the skill, that time they should aware about the each and every technical skill, as well as they would know about the new tools and technology. Okay, so what should be and have like broad understanding of the challenges of coding practice is a part of the automated test. Okay, like you should aware about your challenges, what code parts, everything you should get the challenge. Like if you facing any difficulty, you should aware about it, how to fix that. Okay, the next point is deployment method and environment. Right now we are getting day to day we maybe in 1 week or 3 days, like we get the any new deployments or environments. Okay, so you should aware about the environment. Some difficulty we have found for the environments, like we have testing the live data. Okay, but we don't have because of the some data security. Because if we get the copy data production to our UAT server or staging server, which we want to test, so how to manage it? It is not possible because client don't risk about that is data. So that time, any of the environment deployment method is a very difficult to environment to test it. So that time we miss something from our QA answer. Performance and security standard methods and challenges. The right now most website, there are lots of websites are available. For example, if you write any something product on Google, you can see list of websites. So that time the performance is very important. If you click on any of the website, it should be open at least less than 3 to 5 seconds. So what we will do? We will do some performance testing on our website. So what tools we are using? Main focus would be like our performance tool. So we can achieve our website performance, as well as security standards is very important for us. We can follow that security rules and regulation. Like our website should be secure. Like whenever we go to the payment section, our payment credit card details should be secure. Everything is a very challenges portion to for the modern QA profession. Okay. The next point is understanding of architecture, performance, and security in cloud. Cloud is also important. Technically sound like you should aware about your website flow. Means, for example, in your website or your company working on the healthcare domain or transformation domain, you should have some technically sound about particular domain as well as technology. Means if you don't have idea, and for example, if your requirement is not available, and if your client asks to do the perform the some website testing, so that time your base your technical sound, you do the some testing portion. Okay, and the last portion is the learning new technology, stay in the game. It's a very important portion to any of the manual QA process. If you want to stay in your current market, you would definitely improve your skill as well as your technology learning and everything. Otherwise, you will out of the market. That is a very important portion. Here I have explained something here, like what quality assurance we can cover that, what technical skills we are covered that. Like there are different types of portion QA can cover, like functional testing, then verification, validation, then business domain, then we are perform the agile practice, then we are using the different type of operation, security, how to do that, performance, production, everything big part as a QA. And the technical skill, like we if we are moving your career into the automation, that time we should aware about some technical skills. For example, what Docker you have some idea. If you move on the OS, means if you move any working on the security tool, that time you will use that cloud computing, then CI/CD pipeline, If you are working on the API testing tool, we are also covered that. If you are moving, like if you are performing your career to performance side, that time you are working on the JMeter or in any other performance tool, there are available in the market. It means the last point is the important means if you are learning new technology, stay in the game, we should aware about at least some of the update your career means in particular area for the automation side as well as modern as well as performance side or security side, whatever you can use that. Okay. Next point. Now we have discussed everything like what is modern QA process and what benefit us. Right now we are moving on the general challenges because we get the achievement anything. Okay. But the what challenges we are facing. Okay, right now. The 6 or 7 challenges I have facing right now, which are I have explained here, like general challenges like cloud integration and SaaS model, means every QA do not know what is SaaS, what is cloud, how to use that, how to SaaS is a one type of broad application. We have covered list of application are there. Cloud is a very important part. So it is not easy to each and every QA can cover each and every points. If any QA can move on automation testing, they will select any particular tool or technologies. So they will aware about that, but they don't know, he don't know like how to perform on the background side for the cloud side. SaaS model is also important. Multiple device compatibility is also important. I know there are many tools and technologies are available. We can directly execute our website. It's a browser stack is a very important for device side. But for example, you have launched your website or application in particular tested device on iPhone or particular device model. And if client facing some issue on different device, that time we have a very found very difficulty to multiple device compatibility. We can't cover each and every device for the in single website or single application. Okay. The setting of test environment. We already discussed test environment. Test environment is a different type of test environment are there, staging, UAT, and there are production as well. So we can't manage, means if you test on any of the website on UAT environment, and if you found any issue on the particular environment, but whenever you are moving your data particular environment to production environment, then if client facing the issue on particular production environment, so and particular data which another data, that time it is very difficult to test and like to found any critical issue on the particular environment. The next portion is agile, DevOps, and continuous testing. Okay, agile is a broad process. We can follow that, but we can sometimes we can miss that some of the like process. We have execute each and every scenario agile, but this is not easy for any fresher QA at least. Not easy to get. DevOps and continuous testing is a different part. We can cover that, but DevOps is a totally like whenever we execute this our like script on performance testing side and what server can respond there. That time is the DevOps team part, not our part. So it's a very challenging part to cover that. The UX UI design testing, right now, most QA can focus on the functional testing. I know that there are none of the QA can support the UX UI, but it is very important to UX UI design testing with, it means we can't miss anything and from the design side as well. And the last is team dependencies. The team dependencies is like we are working on the modern QA process. So definitely we are connecting with developer. Okay, we are connecting with client, we are connecting with other team members. So definitely QA can depend one to another. So this is a very general challenges from the day-to-day QA activities whenever we follow the modern QA process. Okay. And this is the another part, this is the general challenges and what day-to-day challenges. Okay, because whenever we are following agile methodology, we can easily support it. Most probably company can use it. But what challenges we are facing day to day? Unstable environment is the one important point. First day, stable environment, your website tested properly. Then second day, if any your server would be down or anything, that time maybe a stable environment. Tools being forced in, then tight deadlines is very important part. Tight deadline means like we are covering in single sprint in 1 week, and sometimes we are developer can get more day compared to QA, and we have only 1-2 days. That time very difficulty to manage our deadline. Okay, the tight deadline is very important for current QA, most probably. And the documents created by others. is also important challenges because it created by other, like for your colleagues have created the test cases, and if you are executed, maybe something you have missed that, or maybe you don't know how to execute it. I know that like you can execute one by one, step by step, but maybe it is difficulty for any other user. Friday release is a very important part. Like most probably QA, like any of the build can Friday release. It's very difficult to us to manage, and we are working on the weekend as well sometimes. So it's a very important for the QA side as well. Wrong estimation is also because wrong estimation means we are whenever we update to estimation to our client and our management team is good. But whenever developer has working on that and they will provide the bill very late, sometimes they will provide the bill very buggy. So that time our estimation would be wrong. Definitely would be wrong because if you are get the bill on that time, but you are get the wrong time, that time it is very difficult to manage that. Fixing bugs during testing, agile phase is not a complete string, one sprint to another sprint moving. It is a part of one developer can fix the bug, and on that time QA can verify the functionality on another side. So that time we can like fixing bug is also challenges for our day-to-day activities. Last minute changes is from the client end. If any changes done by the client, that time we are moving from the first of all move the test case side. We need to update our test cases, okay, and our test cases we will update it, then we will execute it, and then we will run it. And the last point is sufficient coordinated effort developers and tester. Definitely if we are something missing from the developer and tester, we have missed some discussion from the requirement side. Definitely we miss some point of view, and definitely we get the some blocker issue. So this is our difficulties day-to-day QA activities, which are challenging our modern QA process. Okay. What tools and technology? Let me explain you very easily, not very detailed view, because there are more tools and technology are available in market, and most probably any of the QA can go to the Google. They can do lots of tools are available. Okay, but I'm explaining you what mainly tools are available in market. Most probably AI tool is available right now is a very important because most probably any of the products are available. That time AI is a very important automation tool like Agile. QA automation is like we are performing mobile testing and APM, we are using Selenium, we are using Gatlon, definitely. Agile and DevOps side, there are many tools are available. These are the general requirements for tools which we are focusing on for the modern testing. Security matters, that code, OWASP is a tools, is a free tool. We can use that for the performance engineering. We are using the JMeter as well as any other tools, which are lots of tools are market, which are like paid version. IoT and big data testing is also big data IoT, most probably any particular. I have already explained you earlier. For example, if you using any car and car particular, we have installed some system. That time IoT systeming tools are using for that. So there are different types of tools are available in modern QA processing, and which industry tools are available. I have explained here. Most probably Selenium, then we are mostly using for the website automation testing. Katlon Studio is a one type of working language we can support it, and this tool is also supported. Katlon, then UFT1, this one is also paid version. We can use that. Most probably Cucumber is a working language. Sorry by my bad. But the Selenium and Postman and APM and JMeter, this is the three most probably used one, and one is a free version. Means open source. We can use that. Apart from that, some of the tools are paid, so we can use that. But based on like current project requirement and your company requirement, we can learn that and we can execute it. This is the most important part for the modern testing process, tools and technology. Okay. What testing skills should be required for the successful tester? Testing skill should be available. Definitely, if you do not test any of the website or application, if you do not know how to find the bug, how to find any difficulty on your application, means it's testing. Without testing skill, you can't do successful tester. The technical skill is an advanced point, and domain skill is advanced point in our as in manual or as well as automation tester. Someone definitely asked the question like if you are moving the automation tester directly, Yeah, we can do, but as of my experience, we can do first of all manual tester. So we should aware about some of the flow, like how to perform the any particular website, how to perform the testing, any particular application. First of all, go to the manual testing, then go to the automation testing. And the domain skill is a very important right now. Different company can work on different domains. Some of the company working transformation, some of the ERP, some of the like e-commerce. So based on your domain skill, you can move any of the uh, testing skill. The next topic is domain knowledge. So these are the, I have defined some domain knowledge. There are multiple domains knowledge are there, but I have note down some of the like mobile application, then banking, then networking, then e-commerce, then healthcare. There are multi domains are available in our market, and based on that, we can select it, and based on that, as per your expertise or as per your interest, we can move on any of the domain, and we are working on that. Okay. Okay. So now I have asked question to our team like, does manual testing have a future? Is that possible? I have answered simple thing. Manual testing feature is available, but this is not a only manual testing. We should update our profile. We should update our technical skill. We should update our any particular domain experience. Based on that, based on your means you are working as a hybrid work. You should move on like in particular domain based on your technical skill. So does manual testing have a future, but based on your technical skill? Not only you're working on manual testing, checking your application and log the bug and that's it. This is not your future. Future means you can go to your test case on the automation side. How to do that? You can select any of the tool and you can move your career. So this is the does manual testing have a future? But it's a depend on your skill and your domain experience or whatever your like select any particular technology, whatever. But select at least manual testing is a I know is a basic part is a you are working on like a manual way, but at least any of the company most probably they are working in manual as well as automation. So you should have update your profile. Yeah. So this is my today's topic, traditional and modern QA process. If anyone have question, he can ask me. David and our team. Hello.
I think right now, no questions have come in.
Anyone have a question? Hello.
I think we can
David,
close.
can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mohammed.
Okay. Anyone have question? My
think-
presentation is over. So anyone have question like modern and traditional QA process, they will ask me. Hello, David.
Yeah, I think let's close, Ajit. There are no questions that have come in.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Let's meet you later. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.